felt really natural and appropriate to have a British manufacturer providing, the hero car, which is an incredibly important car in our list and plays an important role in our game, And we've had phenomenal cover cars previously. The Senna is no different in terms of just the level of engineering which is present, and obviously McLaren are renowned worldwide as this incredibly pioneering engineering firm. They've brought that all to bear on the Senna.
The Forza franchise is a fantastic opportunity, and we definitely saw that with the partnership with the P1. It certainly allowed us to bring our brand to an entirely different audience. Its USP, its reason for being, is to deliver the ultimate driving experience, connection between the machine and the driver, and clearly that speaks to the name of the car, obviously named after McLaren Senna.
It's been a real privilege to be involved as we've brought that into the game, and McLaren have been incredibly open and forthcoming in allowing us access to whatever it is different parts of the team need to recreate it as perfectly as possible.
The McLaren Senna itself was a different beast. That car it's like nothing I've ever seen or recorded, and we kind of faced a few challenges with that car, with the fact that the engine was encased. We couldn't really get access to it. We did actually just have to get our arms into one of the little crevices of the Senna and get the engine mic'd up that way. And then we also record the authentic cockpit interior as well, which means that in every single view of the Senna, you're hearing exactly what it sounded like for us in the car as we were driving it. So what we have here is each individual microphone that we put on the Senna, and just going to go through, you can hear the kind of difference between each one. So we had the engine, which sound a little bit like that. And that was from 3 different points on the Senna, which we can bring together to make a really cool sound for the engine. Something that sounds a bit more aggressive, a bit cooler. So this is the McLaren Senna actually implemented in the game, which has a nice rasp to it. All these exhaust pops that you can hear, they were authentic recordings which came from the McLaren session. So that pop that you can hear, that's an authentic McLaren Senna pop. And inside you can hear that cockpit recording that we've done.
Many manufacturers love to say their car is a race car for the road, and I think the Senna is one of the first cars we've seen where it genuinely is a race car for the road. And that meant we had to approach it very differently. From the handling point of view, we strive to create a system where we treat it more from an engineering background than anything else. So that allows us to take data supplied from the manufacturers, and people like McLaren are great for giving really in-depth data. That allows us to then pipe that into the system and create the handling that way, so we know it's the most authentic and accurate handling we can create for the car. When it comes to tyres, aerodynamics and things, we're looking towards what a race car is capable of, but somehow it has to function on a road as well. So things like suspension, and the tyre itself has to be much more progressive and drivable than a race car. That's been one of the big challenges, getting that huge race car performance, but how McLaren have actually created this road car is quite astonishing. We're incredibly happy with how the Senna's turned out, and super excited to let people get their hands on it, because it's such a rare car that very few people will in the real world, and it's one of the few places you're going to be able to drive the Senna.